Yo, what's up, my floppy femurs? Update 1.3 is coming soon to you guys. So if you guys want to press that like button for me, please do that. And if you guys haven't subscribed, get that going so I can get you guys the content when it finally gets blown in your face. So we got a lot to go over really quickly. First, we're going to talk about the main changes of the game. Then we're going to jump into the balance changes for all the different heroes and towers, which there are quite a few of them, but nothing too crazy going on there. So let's first start off with the big one. This is the big news for us. You've got a casual battle, you've got a ranked battle, and now there's a random quad battle. So, with random quad, what does this mean? I don't know what the stars mean just yet. I'm going to assume that a star is earned from either winning a game and or maybe from chests and other things. So you might be getting extra stars than you probably think here. 75 wins to get a golden chest doesn't seem like it's worth it at all. How you do that, like at all? But it is an event. So the way this is going to go down is there might be different types of events for us. It's not just going to be random quad forever. It could be a random quad this time, and next time it could be no hero battles or bonanza battles or whatever it's going to end up being. And it seems like you're on a time crunch on how many times you get to play that to earn all these extra rewards, which is really cool. So you earn your stars, you earn your rewards, then you can, if you're a VIP, you get some bonus rewards over here. Nothing too intense. I mean, it's like, alright, all this stuff is okay, but nothing too crazy. Just playing regular games is probably more efficient and better for you. But either which way, this is a bonus way that we can have fun and play the game. They do tell us how random quad is going to work. Leave it up to chance. Face off against your opponent with a totally random loadout. The hero and towers are chosen randomly. All heroes, towers, and upgrades are unlocked. Ooh, so just in case you don't have everything unlocked, this is a way to have fun with them. And both players are going to use the same random loadout, which is, again, very, very fun for me. So, by the way, hopefully I'm not doing anything wrong here. DigiKiwi wanted me to get this video out for yesterday, but I didn't get it up, and I finally just jumped on. I was like, let's make this quick video and talk about the patch notes real quick. So, hopefully everybody's alright with this. I'm only making one video on it, so, yeah. Regardless, there are no new heroes or no new monkeys or anything like that. This is the major changes going on, in addition to one new map. So I can't show you guys the map right here, but I'll get a picture of it up for you right about now. And we get to talk about now the other general changes before we jump into the balance changes. You might have noticed we switched over to BTD6 for this just because there's no sandbox mode in battles too, so we'd have to just talk about what we're talking about here. In the balance changes, or general changes, there are two new additional balloon sets. One of them is going to be 40 tight ceramics here over 0.8 seconds. So that's 40 ceramics over 0.8 seconds. I mean, this is like 3 or 4 seconds of ceramics right here, which is kind of wild. Imagine all of these being bundled up about 3 times closer. That's how insane this is. Sadly, the spacing in this game only goes from 0 to 1, so like you can see there's not really a way that we could test this out or show it off in all of its mighty glory here. This is going to be really cool. It unlocks at round 30, so if you actually want to do like a quick, weird balloon rush that people might not be expecting, this is a way to do it. Might make certain towers like Flying Fortress more usable in a game instead of just being terrible. 4 tight Zomagods also being unlocked here, so we can do 4 tight Zomagods over 0.8 seconds. Basically this. 4 Zomagods on top of each other, but for only $10,000. That is actually pretty wild, and might actually be a reasonable thing to go for in this game. Instead of going for a bad, 4 tight Zomagods might have enough balloons inside of it that'll actually cause some problems. Really excited for that. In addition, got a couple other cool changes here. Monkey Aces are going with the BTD6 strategy where you can flop them back and forth, which is really cool. It can make you do reverse stuff. I already love Monkey Aces. This is going to help me out a lot on those weirder maps like, I forget what it's called, the one with the dino bones, whatever that one is. And being able to fly in the opposite direction will really help us out, and or just doing weirder kind of crazy stuff probably will help us out too. In addition, you guys might notice this from BTD6 as well. There's a lot of changes like the Monkey Engineer's Balloon Trap, this guy, the Brambles on Oben, the Wall of Trees on Oben, and the Living Coral on Oben, and or just the Cleansing Foam on this Engineer. You can decide where you want it to go. So instead of just being able to shoot over here, you can kind of decide where you want it to shoot, whether you want it to shoot over here or whatever. Say, oh, I want you to shoot over there now, or over here now, or over here now, or actually being able to micro wherever the heck you want it to be. So having that available to us is actually going to be kind of interesting on how we're going to be using the Engineer in a more special way. I think it'll actually be a much more fair and good tower to use in this game these days. Alright, hopefully I got this right for you guys, but Moabs and BFBs at the very least, but maybe also including Zomagods and DDTs. Probably not badge, though. now have an interesting change. The amount of income that you lose for sending these guys out has been cut in half. What? Yeah! That's actually really interesting, because now it means that you get to rush even heavier than you could before without as many issues. Mobs were already 0, so that didn't really matter, right? I think they were 0 in most situations, except for maybe group Moabs. BFBs were, like, low, but still significant-ish. And Zoma Gods actually got pretty interesting with it, like 200 or so. But what's interesting about it is they realized that sending out a reinforced and a regular shouldn't really leave you with the same amount of income subtraction. So they changed it, so now all of the reinforced balloons are what they currently are, and all the regular balloons will be half of that. Really cool. Love the idea. Definitely going to change the game, be more rush-tastic and all that stuff. Hopefully it goes all the way up through BADs and DDTs, but I don't know if I can confirm that yet. It just says Moab-class Bloons. So, yeah, we'll have to kind of see how that goes down. In addition, there's a lot of changes involving some monkeys over here. So, the crossbow dart monkey is going to be a little bit cheaper now. We're talking about $525 instead of $575. Not too bad. Glaive Lord, for whatever reason, is getting a mega buff to the glaive surrounding him here. To the main attack that he attacks with, from 1 to 8. Woo! So that means those super crazy mega ceramics that were like maybe trying to kill us in round 30 will not be an issue for the Glaive Lord, giving him a reason to exist. The Bomb Shooter. Alright, this is all BTD6 changes that were already in the game, I'm pretty sure. Now they're just kind of coming over to battles too as well, which makes a lot of sense. But you got to keep kind of treat the games differently still, so it is what it is. Anyways, the really big bombs here, frag damage is increased from 1 to 3. So if you go for the frag bombs instead of the fast shooting, it makes sense now, instead of being forced to go middle path. Same thing with the 4th tier. It also increases the number of frags. 4th tier is going to increase the pierce by an extra 1 on top of stunning the balloons, which is pretty sweet. And you're going to increase the number of frags from 8 to 16. So now we're going from 8 to 12 to 16 by getting up to 3rd tier, up to 4th tier. And then when we go up to 5th tier, you get a plus 12 bonus damage to ceramic balloons. So this is a late game tower. It should do late game stuff. And then in addition, frag pierce increased from 3 to 20. It's kind of wild. Like, balloons are not going to be an issue for this guy at all. Though I'm not sure if that's going to help us out that much against Moabs and things like that, even though he's already good against Moabs. So cannon, just big changes. Generally, top path, they want you to use it more. Detector. So this is kind of a fun change for me. Ring of Fire attack cooldown reduced from 0.53 to 0.47. So the problem with this guy is he's kind of like a mid-game tower, but he's super weak against purples. So people can't really use him that much because he's kind of like right when you'd want to get all your group popping power ready on round 10, 11, and 12. Can't use him because purples. Purples suck. So this will kind of, make him a more reasonable tower to use against just region rainbow rushes and stuff like that, instead of relying on only Maelstroms and stuff. Blue Gunners! So I'm glad they're making some blue changes here. It seems like mostly all buffs, which makes sense. Corrosive Glue damage rate increased from 2.3 to every 2 seconds. So even just a regular Corrosive Glue will not be craptastic now. It'll be reasonable, though maybe not good as we want it to be still. And then a Bloom Dissolver deals 1 bonus damage to protect the ceramic balloons, making him better against ceramics. Top path will be better here. Moving on to the sub. Let's talk about this buddy right here. So, first strike capability is going to go up $1,000. Okay, so it's going to go from 13 to 14. Again, you can't rely on these numbers here, but 13 to 14. Then preemptive strike is going to get a cooldown, though, from 45 to 30. Ooh, that's a pretty big bonus right there. Big bonus. Love it. And the anti-missile damage is increased from 750 to 800. So, I don't know what the reason behind that is, but preemptive strike seems like it's getting a pretty decent buff here, guys. Heck to the yep. I don't know how excited I am about this. I already thought this was an okay tower, but I understand. I respect this change. Favorite trades doesn't really have a use. You'd rather spam bottom path merchantman and then get a trade empire. There's not really a point to trade favorite trades unless you plan on selling things, and that usually doesn't happen very often. But regardless, a favorite trades here. Price decrease from 6K to 5,400, minus $600, making him a more reasonable tower to use, though not necessarily an amazotastic tower to use. Monkey Ace. I'm glad they're making some Monkey Ace changes here. Zarbomba, price decrease of $5,000 from 35 to 30. I'll take it. Not too bad. Still feel like a lot of Monkey Ace changes still need to happen, but it is what it is. Heli Pilot. Moving down the line here. I love it. Apache Darkship Machine Gun Pierce from 5 to 7. So if you're an Apache Darkship fan, Hey, this is cool. A little bit of bonus damage, but nothing crazy. Nothing crazy at all. This is an important change. Important change, but I feel like it's still a little bit lackluster as far as Dartling guns are concerned, if you ask me. Rocket Storm ability, rocket damage decreased from 5 to 4. Okay, so if you guys haven't seen the Rocket Storm before in action, I mean, just like crazy amounts of rainbows, regional rainbows, ceramic rushes, even BFBs, balloons, and stuff like that. You Rocket Storm this crap, and you just demolish it. It's kind of insane how many balloons this Rocket Storm can take down, with the Hydro Rocket Pods already shooting on top of it. It's insane. And they're going to nerf him just a minor bit here. They already nerfed him in the last update with a price increase. So, still definitely probably going to need some work on this guy. He just is the way to go. Middle path is way better than top path or bottom path right now. So, we'll see how that ends up happening in the future. Moving on, we're talking about Super Monkeys here. So, Epic Range increased Pierce from 3 to 4. Ooh. So, going for an Epic Range might actually be a useful Super Monkey. Now, Super Monkeys aren't that bad in the first place, but I like the idea. I like the idea. I'll take it. Basically, it means that we can go for Robo Monkeys in a much more reasonable way instead of being forced to go Dark Knights every single time. In addition, the Legend of the Night ability no longer has an additional cooldown, but the cooldown persists even if the tower is sold. So basically what they mean by that is, let's say that we let this guy go all the way through, and I don't know, can't actually watch this happen, but let's say we let a bad go all the way through. If I just build him right away, I'm like, oh crap. Well, you know what, let's talk about other things while we wait for this to happen. Ninja Monkey! Sticky Bomb damage. Oh, wah, wah, wah. Not a big enough change for me, but a reasonable... Oops, Sticky Bomb. That's what I meant to do. Sticky Bomb damage decreased from 500 to 450. Not too shabby. I'll take it. Oh my god, what the heck you think it did, Kiwi? Base cost of Banana Farm decreased? Decreased? Realistically, I think Banana Farms between rounds 1 and about 20 makes sense. But for whatever reason, once you get to 5th tier Banana Farms, they get pretty insane. Now, I realize that there is a threshold of money that you have to get to make things happen, but you basically have infinite money once you get 1 or 2 of your Banana Farms to 5th tier. It's almost wild how much extra money you're going to have. So it's a risky tower to go for, and they're deciding that we want this to be even riskier and even wilder than before. So life is pretty insane over here. Banana Farms are still going to be a very, very, very good tower here, guys. Let's talk about Spike Factory while we're right in here. Lots of changes to Spike Factory, all involving the Super Mines. Just understand the Super Mines are significantly better. I don't even want to go over the numbers here. Just know that they're ridiculously good. Damage increase, ceramic bonus increase, fortified bonus increase, small explosion increased, small explosion, additional damage, fortified balloons, large explosion, fortified bonus damage, blah, 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 blah. Lots of crazy, awesome stuff happening with the Super Mines over here. Not 5th tier. Not 4th tier, 5th tier. Monkeyopolis. Crate value increased from 300 to 600. So if you guys are feeling the Monkeyopolis over here, sacrifice the crap. Boom, 300 to 600. Very fair. Very, very, very fair. Now that these bads are about to leave, let's go over this guy real quick. So let's say that I had him in Battles 2 and I built him really quickly. Right at the very end here. He wouldn't be able to use it. But now they're changing it so you can use this thing instantaneously. As soon as you build him, he's going to have a way to delete all of the balloons. They don't actually make you lose any lives, which is really cool. But you get to say, oh, there's more bads coming through. Let me sell this guy and build another one. Cooldown doesn't come back like that. Like a lot of other towers, you could just use, rebuy, use, rebuy, use, rebuy. Can't do it in this situation. Like a ground zero, you could just say, oh, guess what? Too many zebras? I can't handle. Can't handle. Ground zero it. Oh, guess what? I can want another one. Boom, 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 boom. Get this ready, and bloop, 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 and I can just do it again. Just blah, 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 blah. Doesn't happen that way with the Super Monkey, guys. Doesn't happen that way. All right, the rest of this is going to be all hero stuff, and I'm just going to go over the basics really quickly for you guys. Quincy stuff, real quickly. Pierce increased, rapid shot duration increased, Moab damage increased. So generally, way better for Quincy. Cyber Quincy is going to have the exact same thing, basically. Everything's going to get better for him, specifically on level 2, 3, and 14. So watch for those rounds, or those levels. That'll be definitely helpful for your hero. Quick change on Gwendy. The level 10 Science Storm Moab damage is increased from 10 to 15, and the level 20 from 25 to 50. So, yeah, feel free to use that Science Storm on the crap, man. It's going to be delicious. Rock storms all over the place, bro. All over the place. Damage. Oh! actually pop out a lot of high-tier ceramics and stuff later on in the game, which is exactly when you would need to use this scrap. Both Obens getting changes to their trees. First of all, don't forget that now you can pick where you want your trees, so that'll make him beefier, to be honest. I mean, it's glad because it's less random chance and more about where you want to put things and how you're going to micro things. But the cash payout is going to be reduced on your trees from 2 times of the RBE to 1.5 times. So you're not making that much extra money on those trees as you used to be. Fair enough, whatever. Even if an equal payout would be okay by me, but this is like a way to actually make money off of your hero, which is kind of intriguing. Alrighty, folks, Ben, and/or DJ Ben. You're playing high quality, high tier gameplay. You've seen DJ Ben all over the freaking place. He's really good. It's kind of unfair how good he is. They're nerfing him a little bit, but nothing crazy. First of all, level 3 biohack. Instead of cooldown being 30 seconds, it's going to be 45 seconds, so we don't get it all the time anymore. And then biohack ability cooldown reduced to 35 seconds at level 13. So we get it like back in action as we get later on in the game. DJ Ben can have kind of the same thing going on here. Cooldown increased from 30 to 45, but the duration is also going to be decreased from 8 to 6. Then on level 13, it's going to reduce to 35 as well. And the duration is going to be decreased from 11 to 8. So still get some buffs there, but nothing insane. Level 19, Good Vibes ability duration reduced from 11 to 9. Again, okay. And level 10, Beatdown. Ability now affects 10 strongest Bloons on screen up to BFB rather than all the Bloons on screen. Alright, that's still pretty good though, you gotta admit, man. But now you can't just rush with like 30 BFBs and have them all get demolished to Moabs, which was just absolutely insane to imagine. Like $50,000 of rushes, ability. Nope, it's gone. Sorry. Poof. Disappear. So, yeah, I completely respect these, but they still might be a little on the weak side. Ben just is the best hero in the game right now, if you ask me. DJ Ben in particular, still going to be the best hero after this update. That's who you're going to see most of the time. But you guys know me. I'm not a meta player. It doesn't matter to me too much. And that does not include all of the bug fixes that are going to be changed in here. So that'll be a lot of random bugs going on that are going to be fixed. But my main complaints about this is the farm change doesn't really make any sense. I don't really get it, but fair enough. If that's what they want to do, they want farms to be a meta tower, even more meta than they currently are. Fair enough. And Dartling Guns. Dartling Guns are still OP. They're really, really, really good. I think that they need to nerf some Dartling Guns, and I think what they need to do is they need to start buffing some of the weirder 5th-tier towers. I think Ultra Chug, Crossbow Master, Plasma Monkey Fan Club, not that good. Glaive Lord and Moab Dom kind of suck. Like, there's not really a point to them. These are okay, at least reasonable to use. Attack Heroes, really no point to Inferno Ring. Rarely ever using Super Maelstrom. Text one's okay. There's like a lot of towers here where I'm just like, these just aren't good. They need to be better against bad balloons or something. Or something. I don't know what that something needs to be, but it needs to be or something. There's a lot of towers that really need to get buffed. Specifically, I'm really looking at you, Sky Shredder, Zarbomba, and Flying Fortress. I think all 3 of you guys need to be buffed hardcore, by the way. Monkey Ace players suffer in the late game, which should not be a thing. Should not be a thing. Regardless, if you guys enjoyed this video, please press that like button for me. Please subscribe. And of course, have a super duper delicious day.